Hello everyone, welcome back to 1 Pound to Freedom. The person behind this voice is Penny, and obviously talent will be featuring in the video because it is a voiceover video. So this is like day 2 of our holiday. We're still in Kariba, and like I said in the first video, we stayed at Kasamanyanga Resorts. It's a very lovely place. In my 2-bedroom chalets or 2-bedroom apartments, well equipped. They've got aircon, very comfortable, very comfortable. It overlooks the Kariba Dam. So that's just the place. They've got enough apartments for accommodation. They've got a lot. That's the truth. Whilst we are actually there, they were actually I think it was a school that was there when Namangawaya for their holiday in Kariba. So anyway, on this second day, we decided to go for a boat cruise. So that's what we got. That's what we woke up that morning and got ready for. So that's what we're doing today, day 2 in Kariba. We're going for a boat cruise. So we're still with our friends. We're with our friends. Anasa Urawedu, Asangwadzi wangu, Dion, na Shepherd. So yeah, so we took a drive. I didn't take the footage of the drive. So we took a drive. We went to the harbor where the boats will be, and then we parked there. We went to speak to the lady who was in charge. When we got there, she told us, oh yeah, there are gonna be boats leaving. I think it was in the next 30 minutes or an hour. I'm not really sure now, but anyway, we're like, oh cool, so that's us in a boat. And we got in the boat and there were ladies in there who were actually enjoying themselves. My boat, I think I told a DJ, so that it's like you're on a boat cruise but you're also in a party in the water, something like that. So yeah, so the ladies came prepared, they're ready to have fun. And aiwa isizvo kujevha tizozvigone, but I watch music tingeti chingota sing along, which is so exciting because I obviously had never been and had never been on a boat cruise ride. So I was really excited. I'm also somebody who is not really fond of water because I can't swim. So but it was so exciting. I really loved the experience. I loved everything that was going on, and so many interesting facts that we learned during this boat cruise. So yeah, so my boats will be pahaba ipapo, and I think they take turns. I think I'm going to this boat yamboyenda, or it's now this boat staying, because hapana we boat mangu. Everyone was just we just directed to the boat which was leaving the harbor at that time. So yeah, so there's also a speedboat that will be following the big boat. So if you want to go for a speedboat ride, it's for a fee. I think it's $5 or $10. I can't really remember. And then they put a life jacket on you, and you can go into that little blue speedboat that's going around the big boat, and then you go around the water. But Iowa, we were not for that thrill. We're like, no, we'll stay in the big boat because, like I said, I cannot swim. So yeah, and my husband, Charlie, he can't swim either. In fact, power four, we do only one person can swim. Asangwadzi wangu Dion, she's the only one who can swim. You'll see later on what I'm talking about. So anyway, we're now leaving the harbor, going into the water. Like the Mvura the length of Kariba Dam is, what did I say in the first video? Is it 180 kilometers? Or is it 280 kilometers? It must be 280 kilometers, because they were saying the distance is like from Kariba to Karoi. That's the length of Kariba Dam. I found it very fascinating, you guys, just how long or how big it is. So anywho, that's us leaving. We're in the company of other people were enjoying there and were having fun. And yeah, so also whilst we were there, we also noticed different wildlife. If you look in the water, you can't really see the fish because but obviously fish zangadzi, but we did see a hippopotamus. I think it just left the water and went and started foodering. A hippopotamus is a very dangerous animal, actually. It doesn't eat meat, but it can attack human beings. It's quite deadly. It's got very sharp teeth, they say. It can break your bones. So, yeah, but we were excited to see one. They say there's loads of hippopotamus in the river, in the dam, and obviously there are crocodiles and other animals that you can find in the dam. So, during this time of the year, there's the full moon. In fact, the full moon is starting today. Saka, it means there's not going to be any fishing for the next 7 days. Like they say that when there's the full moon I think it will last about 4 days, according to what the captain was explaining to us. So in those 4 days, they don't fish at all, or they said you can't fish, or it's difficult to fish. And then they said the wildlife conservationists or wildlife protective board, whatever they're called, then added 3 more days and said, okay, fine, every time there's a full moon, there's no fishing for 7 days. If you try to go and fish during that full moon period, you are fined $3,000 and they will take your little boat away, your little fishing boat. So that was an interesting fact. So we learned that the time usually they say
so as a requirement, so they are going to the mental touches, never the safety talk with it. Like we say, okay, host. Then Captain Jonas, I was trying what's kind of room. Captain John out, Captain Postal and passing. Tata Iwa, Tedai, my crew cameraman, we do the Bondo. Right. So, by this way, I don't safety talk. Tell me the demonstrator. I was going to take my dentist in I pass. So it goes to I pass in that to your left, that's the ladies, and then to your right, that's the gents. That's kind of passing. If you use my space area, you will between side to the ladies. You can side to wind up gents. You can put the and it illustrate to ladies. Then the other side to gents and it do my bathrooms let's now right. Nasi kufara chazo noti mapoto wedu gamu ngona ndo mapoto wedu Kariba yes nasi da chisaso yanga mara chisaso da kana saka business model natinza tebe dola pass kama life ring the life jacket so these are our lifestyle gadgets. They are only one in emergency cases that I can not forget my life jacket and this is like do my forget saka ba life jacket is for say life jacket you know paper it's a wise switch on and then a big opening right and the rope wafika kudaro unoisa tambo dzekutanga idzo dzinonzi breastbelts kunoda kuzosungira kumberi ukakosunga kumberi utai flat zvaitendera ukasungira kumashure unokosa kupfeka zvakanaka nakadii like the reason why achisunga kumberi because that opening ivharike wezikasavharika iwe ukapresa rope from Later, when we do this, we don't know. We are going to as soon as we come back to the police and come back to right? My bad is true. And my best friends, I have school of my shooting. As you invest in sleep enough, you know, the later, also we have to be in this architecture. And it's no matter if I can wire. Like this, we will now float in the lake for 48 hours. But doesn't mean to help me out for 100 hours. We don't carry my mom standard. It's 30 minutes to an hour when I look at all this queue. All our captains, they are actually trained to orange floater. Where the arbiter, the arbiter, that's orange thing. Those who must answer, if you will always be then China to search for the lake captain will allow every boat to the lake to be a park. So you don't know that those can faster because can wait. Right then about life free. You don't look at that especially 350 kgs can have 5 men. So I'm going to go 5 up. They will tell about one, they're looking at Pakistan, they're looking at stability. And then the remaining 4 championship about the countries. And you must have a for this one will get flown for 72 hours. Why I like it so much? On the life free, on the life jacket, ticket is scattered and it's but on the life free, I'm it's Sibisana, Sibasana, and someone is there to say, I'm Shikilla, Ilbrulin, Ilbuan, and a president, get to Machete, Sibasana. So it's a team item, to come others, and it's like she for us to take our and she's so that's your life saving gadgets. So, Paris is Sina in a teaching, I should be the Tenanica, and that's which you which part of the camera. I want to see that. Thank you so much. Let's have a good ride and by the answer.
Waka waka baby. Sawa sawa sawale, sawa sawa sawale. All right, so I hope you enjoyed watching the videos. Nambosia Chimbo player so that you guys can also enjoy the music that was going on the boat. It was a good ride. It was a good day. The boat ride that we were on, and I think that's typically the time you spend on the boat ride. It was about 3 hours because I think we left around 3 p.m. Muscat, and then we came back to Kuhaba kuma 6 p.m. So yeah, that was about this day. We had a great time. There's also actually another boat that had also left the harbor, most probably after we had also left, who were also enjoying themselves. At some point, I think they actually came closer to us and it was a DJ clash. But we had a great time. So I would really advise you, if you're in the diaspora, wherever you are, you've worked the whole year or whatever, how long you've worked, take some time to go back home. Just go for a holiday. Zimbabwe has got so many holiday resorts around Zimbabwe that you can go to. Anywho, back to the video. So whilst we were driving, this is now the third day. This is not the day that we came back, actually the third day. So whilst we were driving in the neighborhood, taina nochatenga fish kwa nambokuze pepe fatawana ma zebras. So they say zebras actually anwanzogara ku community because I think it is a shumba. So you will find them in the local areas where people actually stay because they usually so we had gone for a ride in the morning because we actually were looking for elephants, but we didn't find elephants when we were looking for them. We found elephants when we were not looking for them, and I didn't have the camera to take a video. So anyway, that's a baby zebra, and Tali was telling me that come out, we are mire beside nene zebra and ndukutore a picture. After he knows very well that I'm really scared of wildlife. It's really wildlife, very unpredictable. Kana dongiri chika koguzote zebra. So yeah, he kept saying come out, but we found it very fascinating though. But another school of thought, well, local school of thought, says that ukaona zebra kuti shumba itbaduzi, because obviously inengi chichaga chikafu chayo. So you never know. So anyway, after we watched the zebras, we drove down the road fataenda kunona ma crocodiles. So we went to crocodile farm, the one in Kariba, and there are about 103 crocodiles at this farm. So we're just having a conversation with the people who work at the farm. They're actually cleaning the crocodile pools. So we were asking them that, are you not scared of the crocodiles? They were saying, because these animals, they can never be friends. They will never be friends to human beings. And they were saying that, so these two guys, one of them will be cleaning the pools, the other one will be looking at the crocodiles. Angakatobata chi pipe chaninganacho chokuti chokutozirova if a crocodile wants to attack angakatobata. So when we were speaking to them, they were saying that they had just fed the crocodiles the previous day. So for the 103 crocodiles at the farm, they feed them 800 kgs of meat every week. So that's probably about 8 kgs per croc. But they said if you could come close to it, if it just calculates, it can attack. So that's a male crocodile sleeping there. They said you can tell the difference between a male and a female by the nose. And then they're always attacking each other. So if you look at the tail, it's slightly wounded. It's because the crocodiles are also always fighting. And some of them were in the pool. So they told us so many interesting facts about the crocodiles. But what they really said was that a crocodile can never be your friend. It can attack you at any time. I personally was so scared. I don't even like it. My husband kept saying, do you think it's going to attack you? What about these people in the fence? And I was like, hey, me, you never know. So if you look at the crocodiles outside the pool, you might think that, it's just a few crocodiles, but most of them were in the water. They're so sneaky. They were in the water. If you look at them, you just think, they're just logs. But when you look closely, you'd see the little... I was actually sitting in the car. They kept saying, come and see. And my husband told me the last time that he went to this place with his, when he was still working in Zimbabwe, they went for a company retreat in Kariba. And he told me that when they went to the crocodile farm, later on they heard that there had been lions which were lurking in the forests. I told him I don't want to be eaten by any wild animal. Vanhu vagowana story yekuti akanga atouya kuholiday mufungi atongoti regai ndiuye kuholiday kwakutojiwa neshumba. Aiwa, I will not be that story. But anyway, he kept convincing me to come. So back to the story of my crocodiles. So crocodiles, they'll be there in the water thinking it's just a few outside. Most of them will be submerged in the water, but the little eyes will be popping outside. That's how cunning they are. They pretend as if they can't see anything, and then they keep opening their mouth. Like all of them will be sleeping like that with their mouth open. The guy said that, well, it is said that they stink so much in their mouth, so they like to attract nunzi, and then nunzi so think. So anywho, still as a farm, I liked this poster that said visitors who throw anything in the crocodile dams will be asked to remove it. Seriously. And I told these guys, don't throw anything. So whilst we were there, I also found these interesting birds. I don't know what they are called, but apparently these birds eat the feces crocodiles, because banogeza my damn paya variety of panels are recycler. I think it goes down that little river. So I think the feces or the byproducts of the crocodiles, and then they like eating that. There were loads of birds. I've never seen strange beds in one place. I'd never seen those beds. So anyway, that's what we saw at the crocodile farm, and the birds, whatever they're called. I'll try to research, see what they're called. And when we were done, we decided to drive. And whilst we were driving, I told my husband, I saw something in the forest. So they were now going on a shepherd to go and see what it is that I'd seen. And when they got there, yes, there's actually something in the thingy, in the forest. Mofu ye mukono, vana mofu, anachihira. I'm pretty sure that's mofu. It's an antelope, isn't it? Or it's an eland. Anyways, after that, we went back to the resort. Then we decided to have a swim before we drove back to Harare. And like I said, Pau forward, only one can swim, Dion. My friend, the rest Coco, and she was trying to teach us how to swim. She was like, "Can you float? Can you float?" Then my husband's like, "Shama, let me try to swim for you. A TV things." They kept laughing at him because I was like, I can even tell you're not swimming. Your legs are even still on the ground. Yeah. Then she was also trying to teach her husband how to swim, but it was so difficult. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're inspired to take a break and go for a holiday. It's very affordable to go for a holiday in Zimbabwe now. And continue to subscribe, and see you in the next video. We're still in Zim, so I am hoping to be showing you a bit more about our holiday in Zimbabwe. And from here, we're now driving to Harare, and then we're not gonna stay in Harare. We're just gonna drive down to Murewa. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about seeing our new home. Then I was like, let me demonstrate what floating is. Inini zvangu nyaya yekuti andina kuenda ku-A school, otherwise then ndakadzidza na Dominican convent kana Eaglesville. Kadandri can swim. Have a lovely time. Bye. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. And subscribe. Just hit the subscribe button. Come on. Subscribe. Help us reach our goal. And thank you for being part of our journey.